What happens when Britain's brightest tennis hope faces a shock defeat on the world's biggest stage? Today, we're diving straight into the drama of Wimbledon 2025, where Jack Draper, Britain's #1, has just been knocked out in a stunning second-round upset. If you thought this year's tournament was going to be predictable, think again. The shocking exit? Let's get right to the heart of the story. Jack Draper, seeded fourth and carrying the hopes of a nation, was expected to make a deep run at Wimbledon. Instead, he's out, beaten by 36-year-old Marin Cilic in 4 sets, 6-4, 6-3, 1-6, 6-4. For context, Draper was the highest-seeded British player since Andy Murray's legendary title defense in 2017. The pressure was on, but Draper insists that wasn't the problem. In his own words, "I wasn't good enough. I lost to the better player. That's the main reason. I just wasn't able to reach the level I wanted. I came up short." Draper's meteoric rise and sudden fall. Draper's journey over the past year has been nothing short of meteoric. He reached the US Open semifinals, won the prestigious Indian Wells title, and made it to 2 more ATP Tour finals. He even claimed a grass court title in Stuttgart and reached the Queen's semifinals just last month, despite battling illness. All signs pointed to a strong Wimbledon showing. So, what went wrong? The match breakdown. Against Cilic, Draper struggled to find his rhythm early on. The first 2 sets slipped away quickly, with Cilic's experience and powerful serve putting Draper on the back foot. Draper rallied in the 3rd set, dominating 6-1, but couldn't maintain the momentum. In the 4th, Cilic's composure under pressure sealed the deal. Draper's serve faltered at key moments, and his unforced errors piled up. It wasn't nerves, he says, but simply not being able to execute his game plan. The bigger picture, Wimbledon's wild start. Draper's exit is just one of many shocks at this year's Wimbledon. In fact, a record 36 seeded players have already been eliminated in the opening days, including top 10 stars and even French Open champion Coco Gauff. The extreme heat, over 33 degrees Celsius on the opening days, has made conditions brutal, and players have complained about the grass playing slower than ever, with some saying it feels more like clay than the traditional fast Wimbledon surface. These factors have led to longer rallies, more upsets, and a tournament that's wide open. Draper on Andy Murray's legacy. Draper was quick to reflect on Andy Murray's achievements, calling them unbelievable. Murray, who ended Britain's 77-year wait for a men's Wimbledon champion in 2013 and won again in 2016, set a standard that Draper aspired to match. But as Draper himself admits, it's not pressure. "I wasn't out there thinking I was under too much pressure. I just wasn't good enough today." What's next for Draper in British tennis? So, where does Draper go from here? At just 23, he's already achieved more than most British players of his generation. This loss will sting, but it's also a learning experience. With his talent and determination, Draper remains a key figure in the future of British tennis. For now, though, the nation's hopes will have to wait another year. Wimbledon 2025 is already rewriting the script, and Jack Draper's early exit is just the latest twist. Will we see more upsets? Can another Brit step up? Stay tuned to Grip News 2M for all the latest analysis, reactions, and behind-the-scenes stories from the world's most iconic tennis tournament. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more in-depth sports analysis.